Let us continue this second level. Let's check this door. It's not interactable, so we have to go along this bridge. We get this beautiful viaduct over these waterways. What a beautiful scene, which leads us onto this level on the right. Here we see one of the inhabitants of this world, and we see he speaks 2 sentences, and the gesture that he makes is a bow. So that gives me a clue for this first glyph, like a sentence with just one glyph with a bow, maybe a greeting. Then we have 3 words or 3 glyphs, which we don't really know what they mean yet. But what I'm gonna do is open my journal, and now I get the 4 glyphs that the stranger here has spoken. And the first one, which looks a little bit like a hand, like a thumb and 2 fingers sticking out, looks to me like a greeting. So what I'm gonna do here is say hello, or greeting maybe. No, let's make it hello, as you would speak it. These other glyphs, I don't really know yet what they mean. But we can see here the sentence that was spoken by the stranger. What I'm gonna do is save this one. So I'm gonna make a screen capture, and I want to save this for myself to know the order that these were spoken in. And I have here an Evernote document, and I'm gonna use this to see which glyphs we still have to figure out, which sentences we still have to figure out. So let's fill these in when we have a little bit more information. Okay, so I clicked, and that gave us the next sentence that the stranger spoke here. And we can see when we hover over the text that the second and the third symbol are symbols that we already know, and they mean open door. So this would maybe mean something to figure out who has to do what. So let's see when we move around. So the stranger is waiting for us. And let's see what we can interact with. So these pads are blocked. I think also the bottom here doesn't show me anything. So all we have to interact with is this lever. So let's click it. And it opens this waterway up, and we see that the water level now dropped so that the stranger can cross this bridge, and we can cross this bridge as well. So the stranger has moved on now to the next part. So let's go to the stranger, and now we get a new icon here that looks like a conversation bubble.
Hey.
Let's click it. And now the first symbol is different than what we had before. So it's still open door, but this in front means something else. So I'm gonna click, and now the stranger opens the door. So as I said, I think that first glyph means who does the action of opening the door.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna go here, and I think this symbol that we had here means you, because the stranger told me to open the door on the first waterway. And then we had this second symbol here that I think meant me or I, representing the stranger talking about himself, like me, I will open the door. And then this symbol, let's see, when was this spoken? Is that the one that we have here? So we have here, this meant you, something, me. And I think this looks a little bit like a telephone, like you call me, you talk to me. So let's fill this in. And let's make a guess and say that this is call or tell or talk. Talk to, maybe. You talk to me. And then we go on here. We still have this second symbol. And now we get the second test and we get a confirmation. So this is the stranger that we saw with the like the sun, half sun as a hat, waving to us. So let's fill in the glyph hello. This one is pointing. So I think this means you. And this is the stranger pointing to himself. So I think that's me. And now we get confirmation that these glyphs are correct. Now, what happens here is that we can replay these scenes that we saw for the sentences that we may have not filled in yet. So I can click here, hello, you talk to me, you open the door, which I then did. I clicked this lever, the water went down, the stranger walked on to the next part. Then here he says, I'll open the door, so that's the me that we filled in there. And what he does is pull the lever, the water goes down, allowing us both to cross to this third platform. And then he says, you something something, you go on, maybe. Or maybe follow, because I think he did a little hand-waving gesture at the end. So let's see when he crosses the bridge. What exactly he does. Yeah, so he makes a gesture with his hand to follow him. So I think we can make a guess that this is follow. Or you come, you follow. Okay, and he walks up the stairs. So we follow him.
Hey.
Here he says, you open the door. And let's have a look. If I pull this lever, that will lower the water on the stranger's side, but it also now blocks the way on my side. So, me, follow. or me walk, maybe. You close the door. So maybe now I lower the water on my side again. You follow. Okay. What is our stranger doing? You talk to me or you... Let's see what happens here. We block the water. Stranger is now trapped on that side. So let's see what we can do. We lower the water. We can move on, but our stranger is still stuck on the right side. Now we can lower this floodgate and maybe lower the water all the way, but this water here is still stuck. So let's go back and maybe let that flow away to get this part unstuck. And it all has disappeared. That's good. So now we continue here. And I think lowering this floodgate, we can let our stranger pass. The water here will still be stuck, but at least now we can go back. This way. And to let the water out of this part, we open this floodgate again. There we go. All the water is gone, and our stranger can now continue. So let's follow him towards the door. So I'm thinking the sentences that we saw, maybe this means help instead of talk to. Like, you help me. Maybe more logical. So when I played the demo, I didn't find all of the symbols. That's why I'm still figuring a few of these out. And now we can talk to the stranger. Goodbye. So that's the hello that we filled in. Apparently also means goodbye. So the hand symbol is both a greeting and a goodbye symbol. And the stranger can now open the door for us. There we go. And now, before I go on, just to be sure, I'm a little curious now that we've blocked all these waterways here, if anything has changed in the earlier parts, in the earlier level. I'm not sure if anything is going to change there, but I just want to make sure out of curiosity. So we go back here, over the aqueduct or the viaduct. So nothing changed here. And now we're back to the part that I'm curious about. These still look to be up. Okay, so nothing changed. So let's go back to the door that our stranger there opened. Because we still see a few pathways, and I'm always curious to know if there's any hidden places in a world like this. Okay, and there we are back to our door.